So, in this video, I'm not entirely sure what we're going to be doing yet, other than exploring this general vicinity and making progress in the area. Don't know if I'm going to be going after the local legendary yet, because it's fairly involved, but I guess we'll see when I get there. That would be Facade. There we go. Bit of off-topic rambling I'd like to start out with, since it's fresh in my mind. I just got done doing it. Last night I spent a good number of hours basically trying to clean up my Mario's Time Machine level in Mario Maker. And because, like, if you haven't... I mean, if you don't know what I'm talking about at all, then I have videos on the level, and if you don't care, then that's fine. But, if you have seen the level, I believe I've shown off in the video, or at least in the stream, that the level is pretty easily broken by just bringing a P-switch to the end and kind of doing a little technique to hop off of it. So I tried to make the stage unbreakable. They alive, damn it, it's a miracle. But I made it so you can't break it with a P-switch, and tried my best to make it impossible to break with Yoshi. And I made a few other changes to the level, like I made a little hint area and changed up the... I basically moved a couple enemies in spots where people died a lot. Made the jump at the very beginning a little bit less annoying, because I think a lot of people just stopped at that very first jump and didn't even see the level at all. So basically just tried to make it more approachable in general. But like I said, I tried to make it unbreakable with Yoshi, and I thought I had succeeded at that, but I didn't. There was still a way to get past that part, which I had tested fairly well, but there was a technique I didn't think about that ended up getting it, so I have now just uploaded my 4th version of the level, which I believe is impossible to sequence break, and I tried basically everything I possibly could. I'm 100% sure you can't get past it with a P-switch, because it still uses the same blockade that I had last time. I'm gonna say probably about 95% sure that you can't break it with Yoshi. I don't see any way how you possibly could, but I guess I could be wrong. And with those two problems out of the way, that introduces the next break, which is, if you can't do either of those things, let's use a POW block, and I believe I got rid of the ability to do that also. So, we'll see. By the time I'm done recording and uploading this video, it's very likely that Magaline, or however you pronounce her name, has somehow broken the level yet again, but I will actually be pretty surprised if that happens this time, because I think I did a pretty good job here. So here we got a move tutor. Let's see what his deal is. No. So, rollout's good. Obviously, I have it on one of my Pokemon already. Superpower is semi-interesting. I have a feeling nobody can learn it. Well, actually, Ori probably can. Let's see. Takes a lot of red shards. Oh, actually not. Okay. What else? Iron Head is a semi-decent steel move. Aqua Tail... Outrage is cool, but I don't think anybody can learn that. Yeah, actually some, pretty decent moves here. I am pretty comfortable with my team as it is, because, I mean, they did manage to get me through the Elite Four, but, Heat Wave is 190 accuracy. Yeah, not worth it. I think it had Heat Wave at some point anyway. I couldn't remember. But, yeah, we're not going to teach any moves. I'll keep it in mind if I ever need it, but, eh. I'm not sure what's up with that house that says members only. I assume I'll be coming back to that at some point. But, anyway, let's actually go through this route. I'm, hesitant to begin because I remember it being fairly annoying to navigate, but I could just be remembering wrong. I do know that that little patch of grass down there that I just came from is where I did the majority of my level grinding for evolving stuff for the Pokedex in Pearl. So I fought many a Machoke there, And it's been so many years now, I don't even remember what else is in that area. Like, I just encountered Fearos. I don't know if that was a Platinum Edition. They were probably there. I want to say... Oh, God. At nighttime, it might be Noctowls. Raticate, I'm pretty sure, is there. I think stuff would swarm there on occasion and kind of mess me up because they would give far less experience than the other stuff. But yeah, I really don't remember what's in that area. It's been too long. It looks like we got a Hitmon user. Guess I should probably just stay in and psychic them. Wait, does he only have these two? Yeah. Graham. Yeah, I only had the two. I wonder if that means I'm going to find somebody with a Tyrogue and a Hitmonlee, and then somebody with a Tyrogue and a Hitmontop. Because, Pokemon games do have a tendency to enjoy their patterns like that. Also, I should probably, mention this right now. Since, we're coming up on the end of the month here, and I gotta do my, like... I'm trying to think of a word for, like, biannual, but 12. So, I don't know. There's probably a word for that, but I gotta do my monthly credit sequence. And, the last day falls on a Thursday, and I didn't want to do the credits on the, Kirby video because I feel like it would be kind of unfitting if I did, for reasons that'll be apparent later. So that means either I'll release the credits a day late and do them on July 1st, which I don't want to do. God, okay, I seriously need to not lead with foliage here, because this is kind of ass. Ugh. I'm gonna go back and heal. I can either do that, I can release Friday's video a day early, or I can flip-flop the two videos and do Kirby on Friday, do Platinum on Wednesday. I haven't decided which I'm going to do yet, but I'll probably just release it a day early and then put something else up on Friday. I don't know. I do have a, like, patron reward Let's Watch that I have to upload, and, I could always do, like, another Sprite video. I actually made a Diddy yesterday and started Pokemon Trainer but didn't finish it. Also, I didn't learn my lesson here and forgot to switch out. Thankfully it was a Graveler and not anything fast. Just let you be in the front. This is just berries, right? Yeah, I'm already forgetting. But yeah, in terms of graphical difference, this place is different from Diamond Pearl because the rock walls are a lot darker. They look kind of volcanic in nature, which makes sense because there's a volcano coming up. I'm pretty sure the trees are different, which I've mentioned before. I don't think they were palm trees in the originals. And other than that, it might still be the same stuff, though. I don't know if the actual layout has changed at all. I love the trainers that just kind of rotate in place. I mean, I guess that's slightly better than standing in one area and not turning at all. But both of those are a step behind pacing back and forth for all eternity. Geneva and Stanley. Alright. Insert random holes reference here because I couldn't think of anything clever. Yeah, no, that was a thing. That did a lot more damage than I thought it would. Like, granted, Outrage is a strong move, and there's Stab being used on it right now, but that's an unevolved Dratini. Then again, here I am using baby Pokemon, so I have nowhere to, like, no room to talk here. Let's try to get rid of the Zatu, and yeah. Nope. I think we're gonna go back to heal again after this one. Which I really don't like having to do after every single fight, but there you go. Can We get rid of the Dratini, please. Okay, well, there's that one gone. And there we go. Okay, what else do they have? Please don't have, like, a Dragonite. Okay, that I can probably deal with. Feint Attack's my only neutral move here, so alright. And Rollout misses, as it usually does. Let's try to not let Dragon Dance destroy everything, because that would not be good. Dragon Dance is one of those moves that as soon as I see it get used by the opponent, I, like, immediately start to panic a little bit, because it's... I don't know if it's necessarily more dangerous than stuff using Swords Dance, because Swords Dance raises by 2 stages and Dragon Dance only by 1, but Dragon Dance also raises speed, which means that I will most likely not be able to, like, just finish it off on my next turn. And usually stuff that learns it is already really strong to begin with, so it's like, really gotta step up your game when they start using that move. It's like every time I do an in-game playthrough, which is kind of a stupid statement in itself, because there's no such thing as a non-in-game playthrough, but whatever. I always, like... Oh my god. You know what, I think I need healing items anyway. Didn't I use, like, all the hype... No, I've got hyper potions. Screw it. I can buy more later. I always try to use stat-up moves, like Swords Dance and stuff, and... usually will, like, try to remember to keep them on my team and stuff, but there's only so many situations where you ever really need them. In most cases, it is better just to completely steamroll stuff with as much type coverage as possible, so it's like, I just never really think about it. Anyway, Energy Ball's a cool move, and I don't think I've ever actually had a Pokemon that used it. So let's see if anybody can learn it. No. Caroline, maybe. I'll have to check. I'm gonna say probably not. Also, just to get this one out in the open as well, I have thought about picking up the other Pokemon that I've stopped using, and, like, using them for the post-game areas, because I do kind of like the idea of picking them back up and, like, not letting them be completely neglected like that, but there would be so much grinding involved. If it was a personal playthrough that I was doing on my own and not recording it, then I probably would end up doing that. Honestly, like, I probably would have done that from the start, and would have also used other crap like Azurill and maybe Elekid. I still don't know if I would have used that one, but and then after hitting the post game here, I would have picked up like a Wynot or Tyrogue or Smoochum or something. Like, there's a lot of other baby Pokemon that I haven't used. I've used Smoochum before, but not in this playthrough, obviously. But in the interest of keeping things flowing somewhat okay without massive amounts of grinding off screen and having problems with every single trainer, probably for the best to not do that. So let's have problems with every trainer. Sweet, I'm not too concerned about you. And Wailmer, I should probably Thunderbolt, because it is fairly bulky. Okay. Oh, is this the place? Let me see. Let's shuffle in place first and run into 2 evolved Pokemon. Let's see. Yeah, okay. So, fun fact about this guy. This language is parlance. Like, what the hell? Okay. So, yeah, in Gen 4, I don't actually know if this applies to Heart Gold and Soul Silver or not. It might only be Diamond Pearl Platinum. But in these games, you can get alternate language entries for a very specific number of Pokemon. It's kind of odd. Black and White, they changed it so everything had the alternate language ones, but in this game, you can trade a Finneon for a German Magikarp here, which is a bad trade, but it's a way to get something interesting, because it's the only way to get a, like, foreign language Pokemon in your game. But, fun fact about this, if you specifically decide to screw yourself over, you actually can. If you... I'm trying to think how you have to do this. You have to basically go through the entire game without ever picking up one of the fishing rods, and get a Finneon from somebody else, since you wouldn't be able to catch one on your own without the rod. Bring it here, with Finneon being the only Pokemon on your team that is able to learn Surf. Trade it to the guy, and then you're stuck with a Magikarp, and you can't teach Magikarp Surf. You can't fight anything here because you don't have a fishing rod. And so basically, if you save on this island after doing that, you're completely stuck. It's the dumbest thing ever, because nobody would ever do that accidentally. But it's kind of going back to the whole people breaking the Mario's Time Machine level. Like, if there's ever a situation where you can break a game, people will find a way to do it. I know that the reason you can't release or like Pal Park, etc., like you basically can't transfer Pokemon if they have HM moves. Because they don't want you to be in a situation where you could get stuck. And I don't know if there's really any situation where that could happen in the first place. Like, in Fire Red Leaf Green, maybe, if you got to Cinnabar Island and got rid of your only things with Surf and Fly, then maybe. Even then, you could probably... I'm trying to think if you could catch something in Pokemon Mansion that would be able to Surf. I know none of the fire types could. They also have Muck and Weezing, which I doubt can learn it. So yeah, you might be stuck with that if you don't have any fishing rods or you don't have either of the fossils. So like, that's a very specific situation, and that's why they prevent that kind of thing. But at the same time, I don't think the game stops you from trading away Pokemon with HMs. So it's like... I don't know, they're kind of weird in what they allow and what they don't. Like, if you were to trade away your only surfing Pokemon and then you realize you're stuck, like, theoretically you could ask the person you traded it to like, give it back or give you something else. But if it's a situation where it's like you meet somebody and they happen to have the game and you trade it and then you never meet them again, then you're kind of screwed. But it's like, I don't know. There's so many stupid, impossible situations that you'd have to plan for. They're just kind of covering their bases. Alright, so this way... Yeah, this way is going to lead up to Stark Mountain. I will be coming back there later. Let's keep going this way and see what I run into. 228, I believe, is the desert route. Let's see. The molting? Okay, then. I didn't realize there were very many that did. So here we go, Sandstorm route. It's fairly obnoxious. Also, yeah, let me go ahead and heal. I need to not be a jackass with my healing items and just use them. I'm not going to use the money for anything else, so, like, what the hell. Actually, I probably should have switched to Foliage here, because then I wouldn't take Sandstorm damage, but oh well, we'll see. Against Water type, probably not. Okay, trying to think of what to talk about in this place, because, oh Jesus. The, one thing that immediately comes to mind is the fact that, Beldum can swarm here. Now, Again, I'm probably repeating myself because I'm sure there's a point where I've talked about this, but if I have, it's been a while. Beldum was only obtainable in Gen 3 by picking it up off of a table, so you never had to actually catch it. And so, for whatever reason, they gave it a catch rate of 3, thinking that it wouldn't matter. Then when they made Gen 4, they kept the catch rate of 3, but actually had it in the wild, and for whatever reason decided to not change this. So there's a bit of a problem with that, because most of the areas that you encounter it is a complete bitch to catch it. This one definitely being one of those cases, and there's actually other ones beyond this. It appears on this route in swarms only, so basically you have to get lucky to even find it here in the first place, like wait long enough until it decides to be the swarm of the day. Then swarms you have like a 40% chance of encountering, I think, so it's not particularly rare. But once you do find it, it's like we've got the catch rate of 3, which is massively annoying. You've got the Sandstorm, which is consistently damaging your own Pokemon unless you use something that's immune to it, so a rock, ground, or steel type. Is that a trainer in the ground there? I'm guessing it probably is. But the most annoying thing of all is the fact that Beldum only has one move, which is Takedown, which has recoil damage. So basically, like, it isn't taking damage from the Sandstorm, but it's constantly hitting itself. And there's ways that you can get around this, but none of them are really all that great. The best way that I've found is to use a ghost type, so then it can't actually hit you with Takedown, and therefore it's not damaging itself. But it still isn't a perfect situation, because you still have to heal your own Pokemon from the Sandstorm, unless you give it like a leftovers. And once it runs out of Takedown PP, which I think has 20, if I'm remembering right, then it starts using Struggle, and it's going to kill itself anyway. So basically, as soon as you find one, you're just gambling against, like, can I catch this thing before it decides to do itself in? It's complete ass. So here's another strange chamber here. This is the third one. And since I have nothing better to talk about here, I guess I'll finally explain what these things are. Where's the frickin' thing? Here we go. I know there's always a hidden item somewhere. But, yeah, there was one of these back in Iron Island. There was one of them near the top of Mount Coronet, and then there's this one here. These are additions to Platinum that were not in Diamond and Pearl, and they have the Regi trio in them. So Regirock, Regice, Registeel. And I will be going after those at some point. So it's like, I probably should just talk about that at that time, since I'll have, like, it'll be more relevant, but there's some questionable design when it comes to that. I'll say that much, and then I'll go into better detail later when I get to that part, I guess. So, is that guy's name Keenan? I didn't even say. Still love how you have to, you can't just walk across these things, you have to ride your bike at fast speeds across them. It's so stupid. Looks like I actually skipped the majority of the route there. What is this? Shiny stone, okay. Yeah, I skipped quite a few trainers, which, I'm currently okay with, because I actually really need to heal. Yeah, looks like I have to fight this person, though, so let's see. I'm gonna see if I can get by, and if I can't, then I'll just use healing items. Well, it's a Delcatty. We're in for trouble here, because it's only the worst fully evolved Pokemon of all time. note that when I say that, I'm not including stuff that can't evolve at all, like Unknown, but, yeah, Delcatty's pretty bad. I've never actually used one myself. It would have definitely been a contender for the team of bad Pokemon in X, but I think Luvdisc kind of outranked it. I was worried that her next Pokemon was going to be strong against me, but no, it's going to die from me looking at it angrily. Okay, can we get to the next town without being accosted by a million trainers? I don't know why I'm reading the sign. Anything over here? Yeah, I still have to go back to that route to clean it out later, but not gonna worry about that at the moment. Okay, let's see if we can avoid wild stuff. And ninja past this guy. Okay. And I think that was actually it. Yeah, okay. Resort area. I will be doing a proper look around at this place in a minute. Let me go back up to 228 though and try to clear that place out. So yeah, we're not going to pay attention to that town yet. Is this back to fight area? Yeah, it is. Okay. So yeah, this area is relatively small. It's basically just a circle that you start out at fight area and then it just kind of leads back to itself. But it is one of only a few areas that is specific to the post game, so I guess it's, I don't know, it's not, I don't hate it. It's just not really all that interesting. At least they made it more interesting in this game by making it visually distinct. Don't know what's in that house over there. I'm gonna guess some random TM that I don't want. But first, Poliwhirl. So, what's your deal over here? I don't know where this is going. Okay, so this is Volkner's father or grandfather or something. Well, that was, I don't really know what the point of this house was. Alright. I mean, I guess it's nothing wrong with having houses that are not necessary, but usually those are going to be in towns, not in the middle of a sandstorm route. Kind of weird. Alright, what do you have? Psychics? Probably. Corbin. We're getting dangerously close to Pokemon Coliseum and XD names here. Basically the names in which they pick 3 random consonants and 2 random vowels and hope that it makes a name. No, not really wanting to fight a Galad. Guess you. Fun fact with the word fun in like 5 pairs of quotes. But yeah, fun fact about Galad. It's, you can't necessarily tell that easily from this pose that it's in right now, but that arm is supposed to be like an elbow blade coming down from it, and it's not just like a shield arm or something. I mean, you can tell from its other arm that that's what it's supposed to be, but apparently the elbow blade extends because its black and white sprite is a lot shorter looking than that one, and I remember when those games first came out and people were, as you'd expect, bitching about every tiny thing about them. They pointed out that the Galade sprite was stupid looking, but its animation actually shows it grow like that. It is kind of unusual. Alright, so I think there was already an item there that I got. If there was an invisible item, then I would say I don't care, but we know that that's not true. Oh, there is something. Okay, we're going back. After we shuffle up this frickin' sand wall here. Somebody once told me that, you could also get stuck on this route somewhere if you, like, I'm trying to think where it is. There's a section with a rock that you can break, like, right by one of these. They said that, like, if you break the rock and then save the game and reload it, the rock will reload. And then, like, somehow you'll be stuck in a place where you don't have enough momentum to, get over the sandhill. I don't know why you wouldn't just break the rock again, though. Let me think. Blah, blah, blah. Oh. I wasn't expecting the loudness of Lairon's cry there. And yeah, let's see if we can get rid of the execute. And is it going to use, like, Seed Bomb or some shit and completely destroy me? Let's find out. Well, Psychic's bad enough. Oh, that did, like, nothing. Okay. I'll use you, I guess. Don't know if it's going to attack again, but we'll try. Nope. Okay, who has insomnia? I sped through that, I didn't see. Not terribly concerned either way. Okay. And what else do you have? I'm actually, I should probably be paying attention to what I'm doing in this fight and not completely, like, trying to breeze through it, because I doubt I would die to these trainers, but you never know. It's always good to kind of be prepared. Ugh. So basically what I'm finding here is every turn I need to use a Hyper Potion, or I could probably switch out, but who wants to do that? Sucker Punch the Marowak. No. Sucker Punch the somebody, I don't know. Just use Dig. Alright, that was pretty good there. No. No! Am I over-preparing? I think I'm probably over-preparing. Actually, what do I want to use against this? I'll just go with Confuse, right? Whatever. But there was no target. So apparently Zangoose is actually not a mongoose, is what I'm hearing now. I'm trying to think why. I saw like a GameFAQs topic about this, because there's the new Pokemon, Yungoos, that looks more like a mongoose than it does, which in itself isn't evidence for anything, because there's been Pokemon that barely resemble the animals they're based on before, so whatever. Have I gone in here yet? Oh, these are the Hyper Beam equivalents, right? Yeah, okay, I don't care about this. But, the Pokedex claims that Zangoose is a cat ferret, and pretty much everybody just kind of disregarded that as the Pokedex being full of shit like it usually is, because there's other really bad ones, like Blastoise being a shellfish, for instance. But somebody had evidence that it was, like, not a mistranslation and that it's really just supposed to be a ferret, and it just has a really bad translated name that leads you to think it's a mongoose. I don't frickin' know. Who cares? But, Am I done with this route now, actually? I think I've pretty much cleaned it out here. Okay, that was it. The thing that the person claimed was if you get over here with the bike and don't have anything with Rock Smash, then you're stuck because you don't have enough room to build up momentum. Bullshit. Okay, so we've not proven that wrong. I think that's it. I'm double checking. Fought this person? No, I did not. Okay. And, yeah. Really not much to say about this. It sure is ground types. Claydol's kind of cool. It has a weird color in that sprite. It's like more greenish than it usually is. And I don't have any grass moves on me, so let's just... Screw it. Keep using Surf. Don't use strategy. Oh, shit. Okay. That was pretty good there. So now we get to use a revive. Actually, hold on. If I get lucky and dodge a move, I might have this. No. Oh well. Haven't had Becky randomly win a fight in a long time. I figured it was about time for that to happen. Who do I want to get experience? I guess you. It doesn't really matter. Now, let's not die here, please. Okay, good. Yeah. So, actually, I think this is the first patch of grass I've run into on the route. I know you can find, like, Cacturn and Dugtrio. Oh, and Hippowdon, apparently. I couldn't remember what was on this route, but, yeah, just kind of deserty stuff. I think if this was, not Platinum, I'd be able to find, Vibrava here. There's, like, this... Since this is, like, so late in the game, most of the unevolved versions of things are just either not in the wild or they're really rare. So it's like, I think Diglett has, like, a 2% encounter rate, and Dugtrio has a lot higher, that kind of stuff. Okay. I'm pretty sure I've cleaned this place out. There doesn't seem to be anything else. So let's go back to Resort Area, which doesn't have a whole lot to show off from what I remember, and then I guess we'll probably be done. So that leaves... Let me just double check the map and make sure I'm not missing anything. So I've done this whole route, did this, I haven't done this yet. I have 229 itself, which is fairly short, but I'm not going to do it now. 230, which is mostly ocean. And yeah, okay. There's also, actually let me load it up again. There's also this route here, which is pretty much unnecessary, but hey, it's content, so I'll show it. Oh boy, Pidgey. I should, probably be healing here, but I'm being a dumbass, so let's see what wild Pokemon are in the area. I'm pretty sure Volbeat and Illumis, and I think Pearl had Purugly here. I don't know, just random bug and grass types, and also Purugly. I don't think it's a very big route, so I'll probably just clean this one out next time. If we run into 4 million Roselias. And I can't get past that meteor, okay. Come on now. Don't make me use a repel. Come on now. I don't remember Pidgey being that common. Actually, no, I think Pidgey was like either a Swarm or a Pokeradar originally, and then it got promoted to something else in this game. Alright, so Resort Area, what do we have here? Giggle. I like the frickin' lazy-ass music in this area. Well, aren't you fascinating? So, that's a reference to something really stupid in here. I don't think I'm going to specifically try to get it, but I'll at least mention what it is. Unlike most areas in the game, this place only actually has one Pokemon that can appear with the Super Rod, and that is Magikarp. But the level range that you can find it is actually between, it's like, it can be as low as 1 and as high as 100. So, it's just kind of like, I guess, a matter of pride to try to catch the level 100 Magikarp, which is obviously completely useless, because then you can't evolve it when it's at 100, but, it's a thing. I don't know. And, yep, there we go, spam. Been getting a lot of spam messages lately. But, go ahead and heal here. And actually, I think this route, or the route north of this and the ocean route to the left, don't require any of the HMs I've been needing, so I can actually have my full team when I explore those next time. That'll be good. Anyway, what else is in this place? I already talked to you, right? Yeah. So, they just kind of give you this freaking villa. It's really dumb. I don't get this at all. I don't actually remember messing with this very much. Let's see. What if I don't want to? Was it free? Alright then. What the hell is this? Why are you here? Oh my god. Okay, so I'm pretty sure the furniture is stupidly expensive. Yeah, pretty much. I don't believe any of it does anything. And from what I remember, the purpose of the villa is gym leader rematches, maybe? Except that actually might be in a survival area, now that I think about it. I think there's like this restaurant that they go to. I never actually did it before, so I don't remember for certain. But, yeah, I'll have to look up what this place is, because I don't remember, and it seems really stupid. And that's pretty much it. There's this building here, which is where you can buy ribbons for ridiculously high prices. Oh yeah, you have to have like a certain number of ribbons on one Pokemon to even be let in the first place, and then after that you can buy the other ones for like $14 million. So, that looks like that's about it. This place is kind of useless. But, let's try fishing one time. Wait, I don't even have a Super Rod. Where the hell do you get the Super Rod? Probably the ocean route to the left. Let's try the good rod and see what I find. I know it's not going to be a level 100, but this'll be a good way to end the video, except it won't at all. Come on, game. Don't play me like this, come on. Good. Okay, yeah, we're done.